हेलो दोस्तों, फॉरेन की दुनिया में आपका स्वागत है और मैं हूँ अभी जर्मन एम्बेसडर के रेसिडेंस में इन दिल्ली। हमारी जो भी दिल्ली की ट्रिप होती है, इंडिया की विजिट, लास्ट 2-3 साल से यू वुड हैव सीन इट्स नेवर कंप्लीट विदाउट मीटिंग द एम्बेसडर। सो जब भी उनको पता है कि हम इंडिया आ रहे हैं, दे मेंशन कि वी वुड लाइक टू मीट यू टू एड्रेस द क्वेश्चंस विच योर ऑडियंस वुड हैव। और इसी तरीके से आज हमारी मीटिंग होने वाली है एम्बेसडर के साथ, जहाँ पे हम पूछने वाले हैं वो सारे सवाल जो जनरली आपको है स्टडी, जॉब अपॉर्चुनिटी रिलेटेड एंड व्हाट यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट इफ यू आर प्लानिंग टू मूव टू जर्मनी। सो हियर इज द एंटायर इंटरव्यू, स्टे ट्यून्ड। Hello everyone, I'm in conversation with the German ambassador to India, Mr. Philipp Ackermann, and let's ask him some important questions which you have been asking me on various topics about studies and different job opportunities that Germany has to offer. So sir, thank you again for giving us this opportunity to ask you questions which our audience always wanted to know about. So first of all, would you like to share what are the different pathways which people can consider if they want to move to Germany?
Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for coming again to my residence. It's very nice to see you again. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. So, as you know, there are many ways to come to Germany in order to start a professional career. There is the old blue card, old because it's already ongoing, where a person with a contract can, with a German or international company in Germany, can move to Germany and work there. There is, of course, the pathway through studies in Germany. We have 50,000 students from India in Germany, so you can start a master class, a master course, and then after graduation you have 18 months to find a job in Germany. There's now what we call Chancenkarte. That's the new element. It's a way of getting a work visa in Germany, even without a contract, if you fulfill certain criteria. These criteria can be found on our websites. You can check the criteria which are demanded and required, and you will be then considered as a Chancenkarte applicant. Actually, I have to say that this is a new development. We have about 2,000 Chancenkarte issued so far, Visa und Chancenkarte, and the Indian bunch is the biggest in the whole world, with a couple of hundred, I think 700 of these 2,000 are Indian citizens. And then there is also one pathway which is through an Ausbildungskontrakt. So you can go when you want to learn craft, typically a craft in Germany like baker, or butcher, or plumber, or roofer. You can go through agencies that will direct you to little craft shops, enterprises that will take you on. And I can tell you, this is quite manifold. We have very liberal immigration laws, and if people really want to work, if they really want to make their living in Germany, there is ample opportunity to come.
So, and the number of Indian students are growing in Germany. So, would you like to share why do you think that Germany is one of the main country where students are moving, and what is the government doing in terms of APS processing or in terms of visa processing?
Yeah. So you are right, Komal. We have 50,000 Indian students in Germany right now. We have a growth rate by 10 to 15% every year. So I expect next year this number to grow. Why are we doing this? Because we have very good experience with Indian students at German universities and German universities for applied science. And there is a very positive attitude in Germany towards Indian students. So what are we doing? We are, as you know, vetting every candidate through the APS, through the Academic Assessment Center. This is now a procedure that takes not more than 1 to 2 months, so it's very, very quickly done. And then once the student has an acceptance or his application is approved by some German university, he will enter the visa process on a special student visa list, and that will also be done relatively quickly. So, of course, the students have to show that they can cover their daily life, but once all the required documents are submitted and the students are accepted in the universities, there is no problem with the visa. So, we see, of course, universities which we are a little suspicious about. There is not every university guarantees the same standard. So I would say, first and foremost, state-owned and state-run universities should be the universities Indian students should look at.
So, sir, Germany is offering Ausbildung, yeah, but not many people know what exactly is Ausbildung and
right.
what opportunity can people get if they pursue Ausbildung, and what is the German government doing specifically to, so that people can consider Ausbildung as a main degree when they come to Germany.
So there's one very specific thing in Germany, that's what we call the vocational training. Vocational training is a school plus practice path that leads you to a degree in plumbing, in baking, in roofing, so to speak. That's a very old German tradition, and that is why German craftsmanship is so developed and so good. So there is a clear shortage of young people joining these crafts, and therefore lots of the little shops of these craftsmen look towards India, and they feel that in India they find young people who are ready and committed and also prepared to do this somehow tough work. Is the government doing something about it? I think no. Who is doing something about it? We have these associations of craftsmen enterprises in Germany. They are the ones who look together with agencies in Germany and India after young people coming to Germany, young people joining these little craftsman enterprises. Now, one thing is important, you need to know some German. You can't come without German. So there are agencies in India, also state-run agencies in the south of India, in the north of India, where people get a pre-German training before joining the workshop in Germany. And that is, I think, one prerequisite for their success. So I see a 6-month course in India to get a B2 level in German, and then you go to Germany, and then you'll be able to join the workshop and to do the work that is required. I think it's a very interesting opportunity for many young Indians, and we have made quite good experiences with them.
So Germany has introduced Vunity Card, where people can directly move to Germany without even a job, and then can find a job in Germany.
Yeah.
So, sir, would you like to share what is the growth there in terms of the number of applications which have been processed for Vunity Card, and what can people expect, especially the ones who are planning to apply for Vunity Card?
So that's the newest tool in our toolkit, so to speak, and that is true. If you fulfill certain criteria, you can apply for a visa without having a contract in Germany. Now, first of all, you have to have the means to cover your living during the time that you are looking for a job. So that's one prerequisite. The others are you have to have a university degree, and you have to have a university degree in an area that is of interest to the German business. So it's a bit like the Canadian migration model. So that's a relatively new development. We started on 1st of June only, and so far we have about worldwide 2,000 visa on Chancenkarte, Opportunity Card, and the biggest bunch, I think more than 25%, come from India. And interesting enough, from the south of India. So there is the biggest bunch of people who go to Germany on this visa. I have to say that not everybody gets accepted. It's clear that many people will not get a visa because they don't fulfill the criteria we are setting up. But I think it's a very interesting possibility for young engineers, for young IT specialists to come to Germany and look for a job on the ground.
So, in spite of the current volatile situation, the job market situation and the economic situation in Germany, why do you think students and the job seekers still consider Germany for their future?
Because we think that Germany is a strong economy, it's a very good market. It's true that right now we are in a very difficult time when it comes to the German economy, but we expect that to take up very soon again, and I'm sure that in a couple of months' time things will look much better. One thing that came with the new law I was talking about is a reformed access to German citizenship. So in the earlier days, you had 8 years to wait. Now it's 5 years, basically. And if you are really integrated and if you are really participating in the German society, you can even shorten this 5 years. So now, if you want to become a German, if you want to live in Germany for a long time, as you did, Komal, you can become a German citizen in a quicker time than we used to get this citizenship law. And I think that's also a very interesting and also attractive way of getting skilled labor to Germany.
It's Christmas time, and here we are in India, Delhi, with the German ambassador. So, sir, would you like to share how did you celebrate Christmas here?
So it was, Komal, my first Christmas in India. So it was very nice, actually. As a German ambassador, you turn into Christmas ambassador at some stage in the year. So I'm considering myself, as you see, I have a Christmas tree. I have here the famous German Adventskranz. Now 4 candles are burning, and I had a very, very nice experience with Indian friends over Christmas, because Indians, they like every party, basically. And they have a very strong feeling for religion also. So celebrating Christmas with Indians was a new experience, but a wonderful one. And I spent days with friends, and friends came here, and I was a day in Delhi with friends, and so we had a great time. It is an unusual Christmas, but for me, a very, very nice.
Thank you so much for sharing your experience
With
and
great
also
pleasure.
answering the questions which our audience had about Germany and what they can look forward to. And I wish you a happy new year.
Thank you,
and
Kamal.
looking forward
You too.
to meet you again
Next year,
Yes.
hopefully.
Thank you.
Thank you.